Welcome to today's episode of the Startup Show. I'm your host, Peter Patros, and with me today is none other than Sherwan Mzuri. Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much, Peter, for having me.
How are you?
I'm very good.
How are you?
I'm really very good. I've eaten a lot, so I'm
You've
good.
eaten a lot.
Yes.
What have you had to eat today?
Well, my lunch is a routine lunch. I usually have diet, but my diet is like an actual meal because like a couple of meals, so it's not diet anymore. But yeah, my stomach is full.
Excellent.
I'm always happy.
Your stomach is full, your heart is full.
And I'm having my coffee, so
Enjoy
all good.
it. Enjoy it. Fantastic. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. Really, really interested to learn more about you. You have an interesting story. Obviously, this is called the Startup Show. We talk about business and life, but you wouldn't describe yourself as a business owner, would you?
No, I'm not. I'm not a business owner. I'm not a businessman. I'm just someone who learned a lot and doing something that I like, earning some money that being able to pay my bills, travel sometimes, have a place of my own, and be happy. That's simply who I am.
What does happiness mean for you?
Happiness is the peace of mind. Happiness is nobody calling you and tell you what to do. Happiness is traveling whenever you want, is seeing your parents whenever you want, is hanging out with your friends whenever you want, is health. Wealth is important also to have, but there are other factors more important than that.
Freedom. The
Yeah,
freedom to choose when you work, with who you
yeah.
work.
Freedom is the key for that, actually. And I have learned it the hard way, so I appreciate it a lot.
Well, it's fantastic you've reached this point. But
Yes.
even though you're not a business owner, you do have a business mindset. Just from conversations with you, I understand that you know how to not just market yourself, but your services in a way that works for you without necessarily owning a big business or a company or having many employees. What is it you do for work?
So, I used to, I've done a lot of things. Since I'm an architect and I've started from designing, then somehow implementing interior designs, some other jobs I did in management, somehow in politics. But recently I came to selling, which I love the most.
You're a good
Because
salesman, yeah?
I love it. I don't know if I'm good or bad, but I love it, and it doesn't bother me to work a lot. That means it suits me.
It doesn't feel like work for you, so it's enjoyable.
It's just a part of my lifestyle, and you don't feel that you're working, because I love dressing nice, going out, meeting with people, communicating, talking, and then you're selling architecture, which is basically my passion. So it fits me a lot.
When did you realize that this way of working really aligns with yourself?
Because I failed as an architect.
You failed.
I failed. By failed, I still am an architect. I love it.
So you failed not in the academic sense. You passed your
So I
exams,
always
you graduated.
yeah. I mean in actual real life.
What do you mean by that? How do you fail?
When you're in a business and you don't consider yourself the best, it means you have doubts. It means there are people better than you. It means you will somehow be disappointed and you will not give it all. You will not spend all your energy and efforts on it. You'll be like, you know what? It's a tough market out there. There are other people. It's gonna be surviving. For me, it was surviving because there were better architects than me. And I still love it, but I was not very good at it. I had also a couple errors and mistakes with the projects, etc., etc. Career and personality are entirely two different things. Okay, you might love the career, but maybe you're not the best practicer for it. So you realize that only by time, by experience, and by mistakes. So yeah, I used to sketch, design, build. Now I sell all of that.
So you leave the stuff that you don't particularly enjoy and you just focus on the selling?
It's not enjoying. I did enjoy.
Okay.
It is like I was not the best at it.
So if you're not the best at something, you'd be like, I don't want to do it. I would rather do something I'm much better at and leave the other stuff to
I
people that are
wouldn't
better
do
than me?
something if I'm not 100% convinced that I'm the best.
When did you have this mindset shift? When did you realize this is the way that I want to live? This is the way that I want to work?
We, you know, most of us are living in our imaginations and dreams.
Yes and no.
You know, I remember before getting into university, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be the best architect, because I used to sketch since I was a kid. I have all of them at home. I had big dreams. I'm gonna build this. Then you come to reality, it's entirely different things. Now, my chat GPT can do the work of 5 architects.
Yeah, that's
It's
we're living in
sad.
an
It's
interesting.
changed. Yes.
Is it sad? I think it's empowering.
It can be both, by the way. In some situations, it's sad because like a lot of people are losing their jobs.
I don't agree.
Believe me.
They lose the jobs, but I don't. It's not sad, because one door closes, another door opens.
It's terrifying for me.
For you,
All this technology is actually terrifying for me.
I mean, if you're not with it, if you're not ahead of the curve or riding the curve, then you're going to be left behind.
Believe me, if you hear my stories with ChatGPT, the conversation that I'm having with ChatGPT, you will be terrified too.
Well, I don't
This
know what
dude knows everything about me.
Yeah, they probably ChatGPT probably knows you better than most of your friends and family even know yourself. This is the same thing years ago with Facebook. There was something similar. The amount of data points they had, they knew your tastes, your preferences, your mindset better than most of your close relatives even knew. So it's nothing new. The data is out there and it's being monopolized in different ways. But I really am excited about the future of AI. I am thinking about it from a perspective of empowerment, reducing the need for monotonous tasks done, and we can channel our efforts in more creative outlets. Architecture is one such area where you can be creative. And one door closes, you don't have to do the mundane, the drawings, the technical calculations, but another door opens. You can think about different things or apply yourselves in different ways that AI can't yet do.
The way you explain it with your perfect British English, it sounds amazing. I swear to God.
I'm making you more excited about it. By the way, there's risks.
Peter,
risks
I'm very
associated.
old-fashioned. I'm very old-fashioned. AI and technology terrifies me, and I'm not ashamed about it at all. I like things the old way. I like these pictures, you see?
Yeah.
I'm this kind of person.
I think there's no harm in that. But again, years ago, we had horses. Now we have cars. Loads of people lost their jobs in the days where you needed to manage horses.
Yeah.
A lot of people at that time were sad. Oh, they're worried about how cars are going to make people become redundant. But with the closing of one door, opened up the door of the mechanics, the door of the servicing and supporting the infrastructure of cars, building roads. Every generation has these kind of changes. So
we adapt to it eventually, you know. We adapt to it. By the way, I like to have a horse.
Have you ever rode a horse before?
Yeah. I used to, but now I don't have that passion anymore. But I'd like to have a horse in my village, when I have a chalet, and like just go ride it in the mountains. And that bug is annoying you a lot.
It's okay.
This is our
It's okay.
therapist.
You have to build resilience in life, and these are
Yeah.
one of the things that sometimes affect.
So back to the subject. No, I'm not a businessman. I'm just an architect who is practicing real estate, reading a lot of books, travel as much as possible, learn every day, and trying to be happy. That's it.
A lot of people are romanced by the idea of starting and building their own business. For you, are you romanced by that idea at all, or do you not feel the need to change the way that you're working or living?
Actually, I am very comfortable in my skin right now. Because I always say, once you know what you're bad at, it's annoying. Can you like just do this?
I think I'll blow the microphone away if I do that.
I mean, if you kill it, it's okay. It's just a bug, you know. It's a recording. Yeah. Anyways.
I think we can get the memes out of this. So it's going to be interesting. We have a third. We normally it's a one-on-one conversation.
I hope we're not offending anybody by killing a bug. It's just a bug. It's not a dog or anything else, you know. It's just a bug.
We have to be careful.
It's taking my attention away, to be honest. Like, can you do this? Okay. Anyways,
it's gone.
So where was I?
Do you want to start a business?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm not good at it. I'm very open about it. Like, I had an office, I closed it.
Why?
I just having employees. I don't see myself to manage a couple of people. So I'm barely able to manage myself. So I like my freedom in the way I work. I don't like a lot of headaches. I don't like a lot of phone calls, people's papers, computers. No, I'm good. I know that brings you more money, but brings you more headache also in the same time.
I think as long as you know what you want, and sometimes knowing what you want is knowing what you definitely don't want. So not many people are 100% clear on what they want, but they know for a fact what they want to avoid. You don't want to manage loads of employees. You don't want to manage
I don't.
the admin associated with that, understanding their motivations, or how to keep them incentivized, how to get the best out of them, even though you could potentially build a organization which can have a bigger impact in the work you're doing.
I could, yeah, yeah.
But that's going to create its own problems and you're not interested in, and that's
I'm
fine.
not.
I've met many successful people who are, they call themselves sometimes solopreneurs. So not entrepreneurs, they work for themselves, they pick
That's
and
a
choose
new
the
word
project.
for me. Solopreneur.
Yeah,
Preneur.
solopreneur.
Solopreneur.
Would you describe yourself as a solopreneur potentially?
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let's update the Instagram
yes.
title.
Solopreneur. Okay. Good.
But yeah, it's true because for me, I have a business and I realized years ago when I was an engineer that I don't particularly enjoy doing the engineering work. I moved into education. I created a team around me of specialists to build educational
Because
programs.
you decided and you love it, right? You
I
you
had-
like doing it.
I had to go through a transitionary period.
Okay.
It took me almost a year, at least a few months to a year, to identify what I truly engaged with, enjoyed, and felt like I could dedicate my life towards. And one of the things that I enjoy about this podcast is an avenue to be able to help people learn about the realities of business in all of its different forms. You are in business, whether or not you've owned the actual company or you're in business for yourself, working, creating, selling architectural projects.
Yes.
That is a type of business or business engagement. And people, I think there's a lack of education out there in terms of the realities. People are romanced by the idea of building a team, creating something big. But as you described, happiness for you is different. For me, I need a team. I can do a lot on my own, but I know the importance of aligning people towards a common goal to have a bigger impact. And maybe yourself today will be different from yourself in a year from now, 5 years from now. Your perspective
Maybe,
might
yes.
change.
We don't know. We never know.
We spoke before the show, you love learning.
Yes.
And so 5 years ago, would you say that you are the same person you were 5 years ago?
5 minutes ago, I was not the same person.
Exactly. So imagine what's going
Because
to
I
happen.
just learned a new word, solopreneur. So I'm a better person now.
Solopreneur Sherwan, Habibi.
Yes.
My friend, I think for you, the fact that you're in a good place mentally, physically, is one of the biggest successes in life. As long as you have money in your pocket, as long as you can choose. Do you have money in your pocket?
I have some, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. How much?
I think it's less than $500.
Wow, that's a lot of money to carry in your
Really?
pocket. Depends on who you are.
I mean, I told you I'm old-fashioned. I don't have cards, bank accounts, stuff
we're
like that.
still living here. Here
I still
it's
carry money like my grandmother.
here it's a bit more of a cash society. When I'm in the UK, I never carry any money because I can't remember the last time I used physical
And
money.
You're
there.
not supposed to. UK is getting dangerous.
That's a different conversation.
I see how they steal phones and bags and
Yeah, they have different challenges. Let's put it like
yeah.
that. But for here now, it works for you. So just tell me, in terms of your business dealings, what do you sell? How can I enlist you for your services? How can I engage you in that way? What kind of customer do you attract?
Let's go one step back
Yeah.
before I answer you. So we're talking about having a team, building an office, building a company name. But some people, while doing that, they are forgetting about themselves and their personal branding. They are not putting themselves in the face, okay? They'll make it professional. People are dealing with the corporate. People are dealing with the system. They're not dealing with who is behind it. For me, and it requires a budget. For example, maybe in 35K, 40K, you can manage all that, hire people's employees, etc., etc. For me, I have ignored all of that, and I am building the image and personal branding and trust. And I'm telling people, you're dealing with me whether I'm good or bad, but I want you to deal with this, whoever he is, you know? So instead of spending, for example, 35K on the office and employees, maybe I have spent this in a different way in building my image, okay? Whether it's by dressing, traveling, learning. There are a lot of other ways to build yourself and to learn from it, to build a personal branding. So I have chosen that way, which I'm comfortable with it. I'm happy with it. It suits my personality now. How do I get clients? First, we have to go back to how did I start. I was lucky to start with a very good project. It was a very, still it's one of the best projects without mentioning names, and it didn't let me down. Every project has ups and downs, mistakes, lack
Like
of
life.
qualities. Yes, like life, exactly. But I was able to sell great numbers of apartments there. So that's
So you partnered with a developer to sell that developer's
actually no,
apartments?
it was like, it was very random. I never thought I would be in real estate. I just got a call. They're like, "Yo, do you wanna be in real estate? Do you wanna sell?" I was like, "Yeah," just like this, without even saying yes or no. Yeah. So, but once I started, then I was like, "Oh, I love this," because I'm selling something that has been my passion since my childhood, which is architecture. We might have, we're not better person. We might have a different angles, different perspective of looking at an apartment or a house because we studied it as an architect. We might know the advantages as disadvantages better than somebody else who was a doctor, who's a lawyer. So that's a plus for us.
It gives you specialized knowledge so that when you do speak to the doctors or lawyers
Exactly.
that buy the apartment, you can explain it in a way where they see you as the professional, not just the salesman. You actually understand the details of how it was built, why it was built in this way,
Exactly.
and you
But
can explain.
that's not enough.
No?
Many people are architects.
Mm.
How they can survive. There comes the personality that's born with you. Okay? First of all, real estate people, they can never be introverts. Ever. You have to be extrovert.
You're talking to people. You have. They
This is
need to trust
basically
you
the
before they.
point.
Yeah.
Talking to people. I never close a deal in office. I'm closing deals on dinner tables, on
Mm.
breakfast, on in events, you know? Like this is the lifestyle of it. So I started from there. So but in every business, in every game, there are good people, there are bad people. According to the business, I cannot say good or bad, it's subjective. Okay? So you have to know which kind of personality fits you, suits you to do the rolling of that character. Okay? For me personally, I have always been very honest. Always. I've lost clients because of that. I've lost money because of that. But I prefer to be me, you know, whether it's good or bad. So, being honest, being selective, being an architect, these three were plus for me.
They're your values. They're your core elements that no matter where you go, no matter with who you speak to, you're consistently like that with them, and people can rely on you. If it's not today, it's in a year from now when you engage with them.
Yes,
They can rely that you're going to be the same person
exactly,
and
exactly.
operate
And
in the
being
same way.
transparent with them and giving them a good service. No matter when people call me, I answer the phone. Clients, when I close deals, if they call me after 2 years, I answer the phone. Okay? Being in touch with the client is tiresome. It takes a lot of energy, but I don't mind it. I like it. I am supposed to do it. So these three pluses I have, but I have also a couple of minuses in the same time. These minuses other people don't have. They have other pluses. So it's different from one person to another. We cannot say who is the best because everybody is working in a different. For example, as a solopreneur,
Preneur.
yes, as a solopreneur,
But I say that you're not employed by anyone. You don't get a monthly
no.
paycheck.
All
You
my
work project
leads,
to project.
yes, all my pipelines, I find them.
Okay.
All the pipelines, I create them, I find them. And that requires a lot of social skills.
Both sides. So not just people that are willing to buy, people that are willing to sell.
I do mostly buying.
No, but for example, you would help someone buy an apartment,
Mm.
but you would need to find somebody that's selling that. So you would need to also create a network of people.
Yes, but mostly I deal with the projects first hand. I don't do second hand. I
Oh,
don't do
okay. So like new
rentings.
builds.
New builds. And
Okay.
there are a lot of new builds, but those new builds, only couple of them I work with. That's based on the mentality of the owner of the project.
So you would choose which ones
Yes,
you
I
work.
would choose based on the owner.
What is your decision-making criteria? Like what would differentiate
Who
this
is
owner?
building this?
But how would you choose this person? How do you know it's a good
He
fit? What?
he or she has to be a person of discipline, manners, family person. He has to be a decent human being, because being in business, being in real estate, being in construction, it's a dirty game. It gets dirty.
Have you ever been in business with someone that isn't a decent human being?
Yes, it happened to me recently. Today it happened to me.
What happened? It's not. You're not talking about me, are you?
No, no, I'm not talking about you. You know, there are people that you work with, and there are people that you consider them your friends and you don't want to work with them. And there are middle grounds always. There are some people that I know I work with for many, many years, but I'm sure he will bad mouth me anytime. He takes a chance, he will do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised, because I know it's a dirty game. I know he might bad mouth me or talk about me for him to survive or for him to win a deal. Again, I don't get offended. I just don't consider you my friend. That's it.
It's a matter of trust, and you don't have to trust him completely with your secrets,
Exactly.
but you can trust him to be himself. And that's what you know. You know what this person is like.
Mm.
You know how they operate. You're aware of that, and you can trust that person to be themselves.
Mm.
So as long as you understand human nature and how that works,
Exactly.
then you know that this person is like that, he operates in this way, she's like that, she operates in that way. And because you're an extrovert, you have a lot of opportunities to meet with different people, gather loads of
I
different
have
data
my ways
points.
to make. I have my ways to make peace with everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with them. In my head, I'm like, I know who you are. We're very different. We disagree. We have different manners and personalities, but I will work with you, because it's business.
Yeah.
You know. But to choose a project, I don't choose a project based on the project manager or sales manager or contractors, based on the investor himself or herself, the owner of the project. That matters for me. Other people beneath him, I don't care what their personalities are. I can deal with them as long as I can depend on someone that's decent human being. It's okay if the team is different mindset and mentality. So the couple project that I'm working with the mindset and mentality of the owner of the project, that they respect me a lot. I can reach them anytime I want. If my clients ask me for a favor, for example, the payment is due to, or it's late, or they want to do some changes or anything like that, I give myself chances, or let's say freedom, or let's say I allow myself to call the investor or text him and tell him, this is a friend of mine. Can you please be more flexible with him? And they're happily doing it. So I love this. That's why I can only handle 200 clients to do favor for them, rather than having 1,000 clients and not doing anything for
So
them.
you'd rather choose 200 very carefully selected clients
Yes.
that align with you, your values, the way that you like to work, rather than having an abundance of people that you just can't control. You'll be overwhelmed, and
It just happened. Something just happened. I had a phone call 2 hours ago. Like, we're talking because we're not mentioning any names and nobody knows who I'm talking about. But one of my clients called me and I lost my WhatsApp, so they found another. I was like, hey, I needed you yesterday 2 times. You didn't pick up the phone. I was like, wallah, I lost my WhatsApp and this is my new number. I was like, tell me what happened. They were like, we went there. They were very disrespectful with us. And we got into an intense conversations, and we were thinking about selling the property. And then I started talking slowly. Hey, it's okay. Things happen like that. Blah blah, etc., etc. And they were like, you know what? Leave it. Khalas, it's fixed.
I don't think you're in the property business. I think you're in the people business.
Maybe, yeah, because I'm not very good by in making money. By the way, I'm a good spender. I don't know how to make money. I swear to God, I don't know.
But you seem to be doing okay. You have your own apartment. You seem to be doing fine.
I mean, I could have done much better. By the way,
But define better, like
exactly for some people, not for me. But like, I could have made more money
yeah.
or save more money, which I wouldn't do it.
Have you wasted a lot of money on some things?
It's not wastes. It's all investing in yourself.
So you invested in yourself. You could.
Yes.
For me, I've spent a lot of money on courses, on loads of different opportunities to develop, and also business. I won't say mistakes, lessons, because once you've made that investment, it stays with you. You can apply it in different things. You can prevent yourself from falling in different traps. So again, it is investing in yourself. So that's the right perspective to have, because money comes and goes. But if you have that mindset of, I spent $10,000 on that or $50,000 on this, someone could call it a waste. It was a wasted opportunity. I know people that have spent way more than that learning life lessons that have allowed them to operate on a much better level than had they not spent that. And so it's the price you have to pay to learn the lesson that you needed to learn at that time.
Yes.
So yeah.
I spend money on three things: traveling,
Yeah.
suits, books. If they take these three away, first of all, I will die. Second of all, I will have a lot of money. But I don't want to do that though.
I mean, fair enough. It works for you. It works for you. Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Do you want to be married?
I want. Hey, people, yes. I want to be married. Yes, I want to get married.
These spending habits of yours, do you feel that you would need to change them in order to attract the ideal mate or build a future with a partner and have a family?
I mean, I'm pretty picky, different person to live with, but I think I will adapt to the situation. Once you love somebody, you will do a lot and do anything for them.
Yeah.
So whoever is getting married to me, good luck. I'm very well organized at home, by the way. You know, if they move my book a little bit, like I would feel it. So that is one thing people should accept it when they get
Fair
married
enough.
to
Make sure you make that clear from the first day. Like, guys, if you wanna spend time with me, you have to, accept my
Yes, yeah. Well, marriage is based on understanding and
Yeah.
accepting each other.
trust, understanding,
Trust,
and
understand.
love.
Yes. So I'm not married. I'm single, but mentally, I'm ready.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
When did you start selling and operating
4 years ago.
If someone wanted to start on the same journey as you, i.e. being able to find and sell apartments to people that they have built connections with, what advice would you give that person starting out? How could they navigate that? Is it easy for someone else to do if they have the right mindset?
Okay. Selling personality is not something you learn. You need to have it.
So you're not selling the property, you're selling your personality to build trust with the person.
Yes.
Okay.
The ABCs of selling are very easy.
Always
Anyone
be closing.
can learn it. And yeah, anyone can learn it. How much is the price? How much ROI you can make, etc., etc. What are the installments? Those are easy things, you know.
So they're not the barriers to why people would buy or
No.
not.
You know what's the most important thing? You convince the client that he is or she is doing the right thing by buying this property. And the rest of the details, I'm very bad at it. When it comes to numbers and maths and stuff like that, I'm terrible. I don't know anything about it. I close the deal. I tell them I make sure you're making the right decisions, not because of some emotional reasons, because of some actual reasons. A, B, C, because of some professional reasons, because of some facts. I will be like, you're making the right decision. That's my job.
So let's say someone wants to start, you would advise that person then to understand the needs of the person they're talking to better so that they can recommend or not recommend certain things. For example, you have a family of a couple. They want to buy an apartment. The apartment is 2 bedrooms.
Yes.
Maybe it's in a good location, maybe it's not. You know that this couple might want to have a child in the future, might want to have children in the next 3 to 5 years. They would need schools, things like that. Do you take that into account whenever you would sell?
Definitely.
Okay, and how would you approach that conversation? Maybe
I
that apartment...
start by asking questions.
Okay.
How many bedrooms you need? Do you have kids? Do you have pets? How far is your office, your job from here? How often do you drive? How often do you walk? How often do you go out? Like, I need to know the lifestyle of the person. Then I would be able to pick a place for them.
So if you had 10 places that you could sell to this person, and all 10 of those did not serve that person's
I would
need.
be like, don't buy it.
Okay. So
It
that's where the
happened to me.
integrity comes in.
It
Yeah.
happened to me, yes.
Because some people are romanced by the idea of being able to sell. You become quite good at selling. You could probably sell one of these to this person if they're ready to buy. Would you make a conscious decision to say no?
I have decided not to close the deal 2 times, and each time I lost $5,000 because I was very honest to them. I was like, what you're looking for is not here. And I was very sad, by the way, because I already lost money. But then deep down, you're like, this is the right thing to do.
Have you ever been tempted to sell something you shouldn't have sold?
No. No one can make me do something if 100% I'm not convinced.
If I was to say to you, you would make $50,000 of commission by selling this, would you be at least a little bit tempted?
It's tempting. It
Go on a
is.
lot of holidays.
It is. I'm thinking America. I need to go to the UK. I need but then,
You could buy probably 10 lifetimes worth
but
of
then
books.
you know why if it is second hand doesn't need disciplines, because you are like, I have a house, I want to sell it, find me a buyer. That's different case.
Okay.
Okay. But if it's a project, and this project does not have all the standards that are aligning with my standards, my point of view of the architecture of the project, then if I do it, I am betraying my principles. I need money, yes. I would love 50K, yes. I will not do it.
Interesting.
I mean it. I need it. I need money, but I will not do it.
Fair enough. Someone starting out, you're an example of you don't need to work for a company to be able to enter this line of work. How could they do the same? Let's say you have a young 18-year-old cousin. They want to get into the same space you're getting into. How could they start? How could they make their first sale or build their first relationships so that they could also live or start to live the kind of lifestyle that you live work-wise?
They don't have to be like me. Kaka Peter, every single human being is a different species. Everyone has a unique personality. Everyone has a quality or sifa that me and you, we don't have it. Okay? So my advice, my only advice would be, go deep down to your conscious mind, within yourself, see what is the one skill that you have, take advantage of it, use it in your career, forget about anything else. Let the skill come out and use it in the business.
Okay, so building on what you said at the beginning, because I'm also in agreement with find what you're good at, find what you enjoy, passionate about, and really dial in, become very good at it. And then you can build something that people can come to you because you are the expert, you're one of the best. What is your process for trying to figure that out? Did you know how to do that?
Time, experience.
Okay, so it's trial and error. It's seeing what
Yes.
you're doing, entering different opportunities, trying different things, learning new things, being with different people.
Exactly. You have to try a lot of new things to know that you're not good at it. And then go back to the one thing that you're good at it.
People here, let's say, they go to school, they're encouraged to go to university, choosing one of many different subjects they might be good at or might be interested in. After 4 years or so, they might graduate. By then, they've all narrowed their opportunities. What would you say to that person that might not be stuck in a environment that they might not have known what they wanted or not, but how could they navigate that to, if they realize after all of that, this is not for them, they don't enjoy it? How would you recommend?
I would be like, this piece of legitimate paper, it's not supposed to imprison you for the rest of your life. You can break the chain. You can put the piece of paper at home, be proud that you achieved it. Do something else.
Sometimes that's easier said than done. Social pressure, parents' expectations.
Success comes with sacrifice, bro.
Okay, that's a key thing actually, because I can actually talk from personal experience. I had a great job. I had a great opportunity to build a career as a chemical engineer. I called it a day.
What was the reason for it?
I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't. I looked at where I would have been in 5 years or 10 years. I saw people that were ahead of me, people that were directors or had built their way, worked their way up the hierarchy of the companies that I was romanced by entering before I knew what the realities of it were. And it didn't excite me one bit. I actually thought no amount of money that they would have paid me, because the money came with additional sacrifice, additional responsibilities, more time away from the family. Yes, they could get the company car, get the company credit card, get the great paychecks. Their kids are in private schools, all of these benefits that once you're higher up in a company, they, extend to you. But it seemed to me, personally, a lifelong prison sentence that I didn't want to enter if I had the choice. And I thought, well, I've made it this far. It's much harder for me to transition. How do I change? Well, I had to take a step back. I had to, I don't want to say start from zero, but start from zero in the sense of figuring out what I enjoy, figuring out what I engage with. And
It's about the journey, not the destination for you.
this is the thing though, because when you go to school, they teach you to think in a certain way, to prioritize certain things, to say no to things that you know about yourself that you may not know anymore by the time you finish, because when you're younger, you're more curious.
Yes.
The older you get, especially if you pass through a structured education, it's harder to think divergently, to explore different options, because you're gradually being funneled into a path.
Mm-hmm.
From 10 to 15 subjects at school, you're narrowed down to 3 or 4 in your final years before
You're
university.
basically
And then you choose one.
deciding on your future, you know?
Humans, I think, are more generalists. They're not specialists. They don't have to be. Yes, you need to be a specialist to be, let's say, a surgeon or a dentist. That's fine. But generally speaking, humans don't want to just be confined to one role in society. They want to. This is where it comes in the traveling, the hobbies. You can get that fix.
Reading, architecture, real estate, a lot of things. You can be a combination of a lot of things.
This is what I enjoy about business. You wear so many hats. You have to learn so many different
You
things.
seem very confident and comfortable the way you talk about your business. I think you're loving it.
For me, this is I'm living the dream now. I can come and sit here and talk to you.
You're a lucky person.
This is the thing. I'm lucky, but at the time when I first started on this journey, I thought I was very unlucky. I thought I'd wasted many years.
But now matters.
Now, yes, but you can't think 10, 15 years ahead. You don't know where it's going to go.
It's fine.
People at the time, even if they didn't explicitly say it to me, I felt it, that they were judging me that I was wasting my life or I was making a big mistake. I studied so many years. I entered a very good role where friends of mine were struggling to find any role, let alone a good role in companies. This is back then. And then I would throw it all away. It made me feel like I'm selfish, I'm ungrateful. And when they looked at me and I'd be honest with them, I could feel like they were judging me in disdain.
I get your point. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kaka Peter, but the majority of people are so busy thinking about the future, they have ignored and forgotten who they are today and what they want today and how to be happy today. I, for myself, don't want to be that person. I want to be happy today. I want to do something today. If I miss someone, I would call them. I will go see my parents. I will go see my friends. I will travel. I will try to have a pet. I will watch a movie. I will do what my soul, brain, and heart are requiring from me. Future, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
But this is the thing. Not everyone has that luxury to think or operate in that way. Let's say you're speaking to a family friend of yours and that person has a wife, has a kid. They need to support. Next month spills, 3 months, something else comes
Yeah,
up.
that's in my situation. When I have a family, of course we'll have plans ahead. I told you it's about sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's about prioritizing, you know. You will have some different new priorities, but still you will keep your personality.
I think one needs to understand what drives them, what interests them, and if not, then you can end up going down a road you might not like. People now can be in roles that they might not fully engage with. What advice would you give those people if they don't really enjoy their work, but they have to do it because it pays the bills and supports their family? Can they navigate?
In some cases they cannot. In some cases they have no other choices, which I understand. I'm not like the authors of those self-help books that tell you, go follow your dream, do this. I have done that. That's
The
only
reality is
happens.
different for a lot of
It
people.
only happens in American movies. It doesn't happen in reality here. We're living in a different country with a different mindset. I would be like, if this is the only source of income for now, you're able to get paid, stick to the job, have a sacrifice. There is no other way around. But don't be lazy. If you think that you are wasting 1 hour of your day by doing nothing, and with that hour you could have done something, then I will blame you. Okay? If after work you have 7 hours, 6 hours free time, spend 3 hours with your kids and wife, the other 4 hours, if you're actually not productive, then I will blame you. Okay? You can open an online business.
Yeah.
You can read. You can learn. This learning will pay off one day.
You're investing in yourself.
Yes.
Building your knowledge, building your
So
skills.
actually, with this technology, everyone can have, or let me be more specific, everyone, the majority might have the chance of having a second, even small income rather than salary. There is a chance.
This is the thing. Now, let's say you're stuck in a 9 to 5 job that you don't enjoy, but it pays the bills. Sacrifice is key if you want to get out of that. I've met many people here, even on this show, that they're doing jobs that they don't fully engage with. This is their main job. But in their spare time, they have sacrificed maybe going out with their friends, or
And they're doing something they love.
they started to build their own business, or building a side hustle that is making them some income, which eventually, if they put the right steps in place, that side hustle will become their main hustle, and they can completely say goodbye to their
Life is all
job
about
that they-
choices.
I think, yeah, people have to learn, but also focus on something that they are personally interested in, that they can do, and they can be paid for. It could be a service, it could be a product that they build, but it's not a lifelong sentence when you are in a situation work-wise that you don't fully enjoy. Because at the end of the day, you have 104 days off a year. They're called weekends. People can use them to build something that they enjoy
I
on
go
the
to my
side.
village.
Yeah, but some people like to relax, some people to like to, and that's also, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your mental strength.
It's like meditation for me.
I think it's
calmness.
important.
It is important, yes.
For you though now,
Yes.
how many projects do you take on a year, would you say, on average?
So it's not on a year, because usually those projects requires 2-3 years to finish. So I wait until it's sold out.
So you sell it before it's finished building?
Yeah, like once we announce the project, we start selling it. Sometimes even before starting the construction.
Okay, so you get the money before, and the
No,
money...
no. So the investor will start building the project, let's say.
Okay, so they're not
And they will-
waiting for people to buy it before.
Yes, and they have sales office, and there are real estate companies.
Okay.
So we will announce that a new project is coming to the market. It's apartment or it's villas, and these are the prices. So then you will have requests for people, demands, you know. And my job is to take the client to the sales office, show them the project. They will pay the first installment, and I will get my commission from the project itself. That's how it works for me.
Are you in place of the sales office, or you're in additional support for the sales
I'm a
office?
middleman.
So you're a middleman to connect the potential buyer to the
Yes.
sales office?
Yes, I don't want to be in the sales office.
Okay, and that allows you to keep this freedom and...
Yes.
So as long as you can provide value to the sales office, i.e. bring them clients, they're more than happy to give you a cut.
Yeah, and beside that, like I have my license. I can work in any project. As a
So
real
that's
estate
something that you
license.
need, a license.
Yeah. Okay, I have it, but here nobody I mean, if people know you, they don't need to ask for a piece of paper to prove your personality.
So
It's
literally
about
anyone can do
trust.
this then.
Literally anyone can do this, but not anyone can get approvals from the business owners.
Yeah, of course. That's something
We're a
else.
social community.
Yeah.
We need to know each other. We need to trust each other. We need to know each other's backgrounds. We work based on trust with the investors.
But the good news is the barrier of entry is low, that people that can develop this trust with the investors, they can enter this space through trial and error. They can get better at it, and eventually they can perhaps live a lifestyle that you're living, in the sense that you work and you choose the projects that you want to work with, and you can build an income over time without having to
But
work a 9 to 5.
that's also not guaranteed, Kaka Peter. For
Nothing in life
example,
is.
yeah, last year it was the best year of my career,
Mm.
combining architecture and real estate together.
Do you think that's because there's been a lot of investment?
Yes, because there were like very one or two good projects. They were at the beginning, so I started selling for them. This year, those two projects I sold out, so there is nothing for me to sell.
No new projects on the horizon?
There are a lot of projects that I really don't find myself working with them, let's say, because they have a different mentality. I have a different mentality. I wouldn't recommend my clients to buy in such different projects because maybe they require something else. You know, everyone has a different audience. Everyone has a different pipelines. You know, so they're good projects, though. I'm not talking badly about it, but it's just like I'm waiting for another project to come to the market. It's like I need a project with probably around 500 houses.
Okay.
From the range $300,000 to $500,000.
Mm.
I know we have clients for those kind of houses now.
So, for example, let's say this year there aren't that many new projects or projects that are available that you would recommend to your clients. You still need to make money. Do you have any other sources of income that you could rely on?
Absolutely not.
That's a risk, man. So you don't.
Absolutely not.
So you're in this position now where if you don't earn, you don't eat.
Yes.
How do you navigate that?
I go to my mom. She makes me food.
Oh, fair enough. You have the social safety net.
I have a ceiling on my head, a roof on my head. I have food to eat 3 times a day. I have still my worst case scenario, I'll sell my books and suits. They're expensive. I'll make money out of it.
Fair enough. Plans for the future, though, let's say next year or 3 years' time, where you would perhaps want to create something more reliable. Let's say you can't rely on your mum's home. You want to be fully self-sufficient.
I rely on my mom's home only for food, by the way. I'm a provider.
I can imagine how good the food is, yeah.
It's very good. Well, I don't have dreams.
You don't?
No, I don't have dreams.
Why not?
Why would I have dreams?
You're living the dream, yeah?
And no, it's not living the dream. I'm trying to enjoy my today. What's the point of having a dream and just dreaming and not getting there or not doing anything? I'm just
Dreams can be synonymous with vision of the future.
There are goals. They are not dreams.
Mm.
Okay, I have a goal, but dreams, no. I'm just trying to live as happy as I can today, and that can be a dream for me. خلاص يعني.
So goals for the future then?
Goals for the future. First of all, I want to be a better version of myself tomorrow. So tomorrow, I should know something that I didn't know today. That's my goal every single day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening before I sleep. I go to court with myself. I'm the judge, I'm the lawyer, I'm the prisoner. What did you learn today?
Do you do like journaling to try and reflect, or how do you manage that?
The entire mess is happening in my head. That's why I'm getting gray. So at the end of the night, the case closed. Khalas, I did mahkama. I will watch some scenes of Friends, Seinfeld, The Big Bang Theory, BoJack Horseman, some nonsense videos on TikTok, and then I'll fall asleep.
Fair enough. But like goals for the future, though. So you're learning every day.
So that was the
building.
first. Yeah, that's the first. My goal is, I want one investor to call me, tell me, Sherwan, I have this piece of land, and I have $15 million cash. Do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Now, I have the background of architecture. I have the experience of real estate, of communicating with people. I know what markets wants when markets don't want. I know what people are complaining about in the projects. Okay, I know what's oversupplied, what's undersupplied. I would love to do everything A to Z. I'm not going to design it myself. I'm going to hire an international company to design it, but I will give them my uh, notes based on what I learned. Simply, we learn, and that will be good. That will be good because like so many times I'm working with some project, I have some ideas, I want to tell them, they will not do it not because they don't like it, because they have a different agenda and policy. Okay, so I'm like, oh my, I wish I was in that position one day to be able to make every single decision by myself. That's a goal. It's not a dream because it's doable.
Yeah, with the right steps in place, you can
Yes.
achieve it.
So yeah, that's my goal now.
What else?
Nothing else.
Personal goals?
Personal goals, no.
No?
Yeah. I mean, I want to get married, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I wanna be a good husband, a good father.
Why?
I would love to. I think it is the biggest luxury to raise a human being. I want to have that experience. I think going back to your family is one of the achievements that people don't appreciate it. Well, I don't see my parents a lot, so I will blame myself for that. But still, I appreciate it.
You're busy. You have things that you're working on, but you can go home to a place that you're loved, and that love, you want to create that environment eventually for your
I mean,
wife,
what is
children.
the point of life if you don't have a home? Everyone can have a house, but not everyone can have a home.
It's true.
Yeah. So yeah, simply my goals are very simple. Yeah, I have the one big goal that I told you. I want to be remembered well.
Remembered?
Yes,
Would you,
well.
as
By
in
that I
when you
mean,
die?
no, no, still I'm young. But we'll
Okay.
come to that point. while while still I'm alive, I want my clients to tell me, Sherwan, you choose the right place for us. Even if they don't say we thank you, if they're happy with the choice that I made for them, that's something I want. And that might take some time. It might take 2 years, 3 years for them to tell you thank you, you did the right thing for us. So I want to hear the feedback of the people that I made decisions for them. I'm not very greedy when it comes to that. I'm not very greedy for money. I'm not very greedy for thanks. I'm not very greedy for. I just want the right people, the right mindset to tell me, we trusted you, you delivered it, we appreciate it.
Have you ever not delivered, or have you ever made a mistake for a client before?
There were complaints though,
What?
but not about me. Every project has problems and mistakes, and I got some complaints that they were expecting the quality of the project would be better.
Okay.
And I told them I agree with you. It was my expectation to be the same. Now that is not, I'm sorry, but I cannot do anything about it. But here are the reasons. Okay? And I'm living in the same situation as you are living. I'm no better. So things happen because we're not perfect, you know? But I try to avoid that those complaints as much as possible by trying to make the right decision.
Fair enough. You're very, very interested in learning,
Yes.
and your goals, do you feel that learning is essential to reaching them? Or,
Definitely.
but you yourself now, do you not feel you have enough information in your mind, in your experiences, to just navigate the world the way that you want, the way that you need to? You seem like you're happy, you feel like you're in a good place. Why keep learning? Why not just be like, I've learned everything I need to?
Only being greedy in learning is something needed. It's a must. There is this very famous quote. I thought it's Nietzsche or some Roman emperor says, "The more you read, the less you know."
Yeah, it's like ignorance is also bliss. So it's the
Exactly.
less you know, sometimes the
The
better.
better, yeah. But I like to learn every day. For example, books I don't repeat it twice. TV shows I don't repeat it twice. Movies I don't repeat it twice. Countries I don't because I think there are a lot of options out there. I wanna test every single water.
So you want to read every? Have you got? How many books have you got?
It's been 5 years I started reading. I am now above 160 books.
You've read 160.
Yes.
How many would you like to read?
I don't have a number. I will read as much as I'm alive.
But this is the thing. For me, there's an endless amount of information out there, especially now. Access to information has never been easier. It's finding the right information at the right time, because let's say the relevance of the information you learn today is not going to be useful until 3 years. And so you will then repeat that information, learning it again. But for me, too much in terms of choices exists. I think the discipline comes from knowing what to say no to and which are the real books or the real information sources.
Let's come to that point. That's
Yeah.
the most important point. First of all, I don't read mostly to get new informations. Sometimes a book will only be a reminder. It's like you will have some deja vus. Some books are very emotional, they touch your souls.
Are you talking fiction or non-fiction?
Even non-fiction.
Mm.
Okay? So books is not only about information. Books will find questions, will find answers, and will tell you who you are. This is a very long process, by the way. You will not learn it by one or two books. When I said I don't have a number of books to read because I enjoy reading, that's why I'm not putting a number. But how to choose a book, what to read, that is the most important thing ever. And I always talk about it in every interview and every podcast. I would say this again. Sometimes it takes me 7 days to decide what to read. And I might finish it in 3 days.
As in cover to cover, or you sometimes stop reading it halfway through?
No, I cover to cover.
You always finish your books.
You know why? Because I have spent so much time on choosing the right book that I know for sure it's gonna benefit me.
Okay, fair enough. So you've already done the pre-vetting that it's
Oh
worth
yes. Now ChatGPT helps me a lot with that.
choosing the books.
Yes. The other day I had 3 hours free time. I had my coffee in the morning. I was in a good mood. I slept well. I worked out. I'm like, let's go to work. What's my work? What to read. So what did I do is ChatGPT. I'm like, ChatGPT, you know me because it knows me. You know what kind of books I've been reading. You know what kind of questions I ask you daily. You basically know my personality, okay? Now, I want a list of the top 100 books that were read by the most influenced figures in history, including politicians, musicians, philosophers, etc., 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 okay? Classified them for me. Once I got the list, and then I prioritized that list too, and then I shortlisted till I'm left with 10 books.
Mm.
These 10 books, then I read about them, and then I decide which one to read first. So actually it takes a lot of energy, time and effort just to pick the right wisdom.
Have you ever picked wrong books?
Yes. I simply stop reading it.
That's good. So for me, starting a book doesn't justify finishing it.
No, it doesn't.
You have a process now where you find and you filter down, and sometimes it takes you 7 days to choose the right book to read. Personally, I have cherry-picked a few very good books that I read, and I'm open to reading new books, but sometimes these books that I've chosen, reading them once is not enough. You have to revisit them. I actually
What
study
kind of books you read?
most kind of books. I prefer non-fiction to fiction. I like to get my fiction from films, from TV shows. If I ever, I don't have much time for those these days because I like to try and learn and apply in different ways in the projects that I'm
Do
doing.
you read a lot of business books?
I like business books. They're interesting. As long as the themes are different, I can learn new things. There's a lot of business books out there that circle around the same types of themes.
Do you think business books are only information or they have wisdom in it?
Combination of the two.
Combination.
Sometimes it depends on the book. Sometimes you have life lessons in there, that the writer or the writer has collated from other sources and condensed into the 200 to 300 page book, along with business principles as well. I like to stick to books that actually teach me the principles as opposed to the opinions. I like to read autobiographies, for example, from successful business people. It's interesting to see how they navigated the journey of building a successful
Do you like
enterprise.
novels?
Yeah,
Now
see.
I'm interviewing you because it's
Feel
about
free,
books.
feel free. I like novels. I love reading them,
Who's
but
your favorite British writer?
I have a few.
Tell me.
When I was younger, it was maybe J.K. Rowling with the Harry Potter books.
I don't. I have not read those
I
books.
read these were amongst the very first books that I read when I was very young. But I like the books that are written by, like George Orwell. These are
We are officially friends. I had my doubts. I was like, I'll wait until he answers my questions, and then I will decide if we can become friends or not.
the key for me is the way it's written, the level of detail, and the nuances that are covered in terms of principles. You can learn from fiction a lot of wisdom and from the mindset of the writer at the era in which they wrote. It almost puts you into that period of history where you can embody what's going on, even if it's fiction. And really good writers can engage you on a level that's deeper than
I say
what if you.
always British writers, directors, filmmakers, they are more realistic, less exaggerated than Americans. That's why I like them a lot. It's they're maybe I don't know if you agree or disagree with me, but this is how I see it. For example, George Orwell, for example, even British TV series or movies, they're it's less dramatic. It's more real. It's hard. Not everybody will enjoy it, but once you do, it's very real. For example, Ricky Gervais. I love his show after.
What, The Office?
No, not The Office. After death, I think.
Yeah.
After death, when his wife dies from cancer. It's a very tragic event. Yet, it makes humor out of it. It's very calm. It's very different. Not everybody. People who laugh at Friends during Friends when they look at Friends or Seinfeld, they will not laugh for afterlife. It's not after. It's afterlife.
Different tastes,
Different
mindsets,
taste,
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why. But for me, yes, George Orwell, one of the best of all times, and my favorite is Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde is good.
He's amazing. He's amazing. The way he writes, he is in love with words. So elegant. You enjoy reading the words without even paying attention to the story.
Almost no word is out of place. He's literally
Exactly. It's like
picked word for word.
it's like he's يعزف
Playing a piano or something.
playing a piano. يعزف كمان. The way he writes, it sounds like a music tone.
Yeah, it's elegant. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's how I choose the books.
I think the key theme here, you're on your journey, but the way that you navigate your journey is through learning life lessons and applying and adapting. And you understand what you enjoy, but you also understand what you don't enjoy, what you want to avoid.
Yes, true.
And that's not just learning from books, that's learning from experiences, that's reflection.
Mostly from life, yes.
I think there is no right or wrong answer, or there's no good or bad path for anyone. It's what works for them. And as you're saying,
It's subjective.
the personality, the person is different, and so it has to take into context their needs, their wants, their interests. As long as you can understand yourself and you apply yourself in different projects, there is a way where you can find your feet in life that works for you.
True.
And I feel like you're in a place where you have found your feet, and if you ever feel like you haven't, you've got the right mindset to figure out how to eventually find your feet again.
I think yes. I think so. I'm happy with that so far.
do you have any advice to your younger self? Let's say if you could go back in time and speak to yourself 10 years ago, what would you say to that person? How would you direct that person to navigating life more smoothly?
Time flies. I would tell him, people are not real. I would tell them, uh, have a family as soon as possible. I would tell him, travel more. I would tell him, learn more, judge less. Don't waste your time. Enjoy every day. Have no expectations from anyone on this planet. Take care of yourself as much as you can, because you are the only one you got to take care of. Khalas. Nothing else.
Sherwan, thank you very, very much.
Many thanks to it. It was lovely having a conversation with you. I didn't feel like I'm in any kind of interview. Like,
It's a conversation.
it is a conversation, and I really enjoyed it, and it's all because of you. Thank you very much again.
Thank you to you.
I owe you a dinner.
From your mom, the one that you
No,
were talking
not
about
from
before?
my mom. First, I will invite you outside,
Okay.
either in an Italian restaurant or in a burger,
Okay.
fast food,
Okay.
one of them. And then if I like you, your personality a lot, then I'll invite you to my mom's.
Because you've really tempted me with this cooking, man. The home food is one of my favorites.
I love eating, man. I love eating. Yes.
Thank you very much for your
Many
time, my
thanks
friend.
to you. Many thanks to you.
Take care. I'll see you soon.